Hi, how you doing? This is the Gamertron and welcome back to the Gamertron Show. So let's talk about a little website called Twitch.tv. You may have heard of it as it's the #1 live streaming website in the world for anything and everything, but mostly gaming. Like 90% of it gaming. A few years ago, Twitch wasn't even a thing. Most people had never heard of it, but now these past few years, Twitch has blown up. And it has greatly affected the gaming community, the internet community, the social media community. It's affected the entire world. And it's one of the very few video streaming websites that is actually competing with YouTube. The idea of another website entirely being able to hold its own, hold a candle to YouTube alone is remarkable in itself. So let's talk about and discuss Twitch and how it's affected gaming as a whole. First off, it's a wonderful new way for gamers and sub-communities within the gaming community to get together, to talk about games, to play games, to show off games. With Twitch's easy access and implementation into the PlayStation, Xbox, and PC software within all these gaming platforms that was added in these past few years, it's easier than ever for anyone to share video games, to share their gameplay experiences. It's easier than ever for anyone to live stream. Granted, you have a decent internet connection, of course. But besides that, Twitch is a wonderful avenue for content creation, community interaction, and video game exposure. Twitch has acted as a wonderful vessel for people. Some of my good friends got into Twitch, live streaming on Twitch, and have become very successful on Twitch. Live streaming on Twitch is a very different environment to live streaming on other websites, even YouTube. Even YouTube's live streaming service, specifically its YouTube gaming live streaming service, you would think that would be able to give Twitch a run for its money with it being YouTube, you know? But Twitch got there first. It's got the right people, some of the most popular personalities and people, Twitch streamers, who people just love to watch, and people will put aside entire days to watch these people live streaming, and their streams get up to thousands upon thousands of viewers at a time. That is an amazing accomplishment, not only for the website, but the Twitch streamers on that website. It really is remarkable, the unique, and I want to emphasize this, the unique community that Twitch has obtained. People go to Twitch to see people play games competitively. People go to Twitch to see people play games casually. People go to Twitch just to be part of the conversation in chat. People go to Twitch because they genuinely love and care about the streamer. People go to Twitch to see arts and crafts. People go to Twitch to see game shows, podcasts, dancing, and now most recently, eating food. Yes, this is a real thing. Apparently, there was enough of a demand for this for it to be added into Twitch. Alright then. Anyway, there is no doubt that Twitch has changed everything. It's made a huge impact on gaming, on social life, on media, on everyone, everything. Twitch has blown up the past few years and become one of those websites like YouTube that you just check in on every day. However, this all leads up to what I've really been wanting to talk about with this video, and that is some people taking Twitch a bit for granted and overselling it just a tad. Okay, not just a tad, a lot, actually. Now, Twitch is an amazing website. Well, of course it has its negative sides, as any website does, what with trolls, negative toxic behavior, and people even breaking the law. It's the internet, it's unfortunately going to happen. For the most part, Twitch is an awesome website where people go to just hang out and enjoy the company of other people along with some video games. But there are certain individuals trying to use Twitch as a source of reference for the success and popularity of video games now, which quite frankly is kind of spreading misinformation on video games as well as a side of manipulation of people. I want to make this kind of public service announcement. Whenever someone uses Twitch to demonstrate how many people are watching the game, how many people are viewing a live streamer streaming the game at that current time, its placement on most streamed games on Twitch. And what everyone needs to understand is that the Twitch community, the Twitch audience, or at least the vast majority of it, do not represent your typical gamer, your typical player, your typical consumer. And there are so many other varying factors that go into what streamers are streaming what games and how many people are watching those streamers depending on what games they're playing, and what's going on with those people's lives and those streamers' lives and why they're streaming that game and why that game is being streamed at that specific time. there's a lot of variables. There's a lot of varying variables depending on when the game was launched, what streamer is streaming it, and whether that game appeals to the Twitch community as a whole. Because if you look at Twitch, the top four most popular games being streamed on Twitch of all time, as in all time, these 4 games have never left the top 4. They are always being streamed and they are always getting the most viewers, and this gives you a pretty good example of what the majority of people on Twitch want to watch. Those games being League of Legends, Hearthstone, Dota 2, and Counter-Strike Global Offensive. 2 extremely competitive MOBAs, an extremely competitive card game, and an extremely competitive first-person shooter. A present-day military first-person shooter. Basically, the top 4 most streamed games on Twitch are all multiplayer games. Competitive multiplayer games. And 3 of those 4 games are free to play. So what does that mean? Well, that means that the most popular games on Twitch and the most viewed and live streamed games on Twitch are ones that everyone has access to, are all backed by esports, and are extremely competitive. Now, is that every video game ever? No. So are the viewers who like watching these games on Twitch, this is the audience that Twitch attracts. Do you think that Twitch audience, that majority of Twitch audience who watches those games, who makes those games the most streamed and the most viewed games on Twitch, do you honestly believe they're going to jump ship for those games in favor of a casual, story-driven indie game? My thoughts are no. On top of that, when it comes to other video games besides the top 4, it all depends on who's streaming those games. If a popular streamer is streaming that game, then it's going to get a boost in numbers, because the people who are following or are subscribed to that streamer are going to watch them play anything. There are some video games that just aren't good to live stream. They're better to be played alone, without chat interaction. Some games are funner to play than they are to watch. This all ties into what I was talking about earlier. There are so many variables that go into whether a game is going to be popular or not on Twitch, but it doesn't matter how popular a game is on Twitch, it's never going to beat the top 4. They have established fan bases, established streamers, content creators who are making their living off this. And the majority of the Twitch community overall has very specific tastes in games. So I find it very, very dishonest to use Twitch as a reference for how good a video game is, the quality of a video game, the sales of a video game, how many people care about the game, how many people are playing the game, etc, etc, etc. So making dishonest and misleading statements such as, this is a bad video game because it doesn't do well on Twitch, is dishonest and misleading. Because there is one other unfortunate fact that we all have to acknowledge here. While Twitch has had an impact on the gaming industry and the gaming community, still to this day, not everyone in the world watches Twitch. Not everyone in the world watches live streams on Twitch. Not everyone in the world live streams on Twitch. While Twitch is without a doubt big, Twitch is huge, it's still nowhere near as big as YouTube, as Facebook, as Twitter. It's still huge, don't get me wrong. Twitch has implanted itself in society, but Twitch does not represent society. It does not represent a majority of the people, and making the implication that it does is dishonest and manipulative. The Twitch community is an entirely different beast from the YouTube community, which is an entirely different beast from the Facebook community, which is an entirely different beast from the Twitter community. Again, I just want to reiterate and emphasize, I'm not saying Twitch isn't important. It is important. Twitch is a fantastic website, and what it's done for content creators, for people who want to live stream and watch live streams, and for what it's done for video games is fantastic. But Twitch does not represent whether a video game is a failure or a success. It does not determine whether a video game is of quality or not. And I just want to put that out there. Still, Twitch is amazing. If you're not following me on Twitch already, I'd greatly appreciate it. I live stream whenever I have the time on Fridays and Sundays. But if you would be so kind as to follow my good friends Malachi, follow her on Twitch, that would be greatly appreciated. Follow Grindhead Jim on Twitch, that would be awesome. Actually, just follow everyone I'm following on Twitch. The people I follow on Twitch are pretty awesome. Anyways, that brings this video to a close. I hope you liked the video. If you liked the video in any way, shape, or form, please hit the like button. Hitting the like button helps you, helps me, helps everybody involved with the video. If you hit the like button, please leave a comment in the comment section below. I love reading comments. Get nearly enough comments. Please leave a comment on your thoughts, feelings, and opinions on the topic of this video. Let me know in the comment section below. If you want to help out and support this video, then please share it on social media, Twitter and Facebook. And if you want to help out and support me directly, then please consider pledging and becoming a patron on my Patreon. Anyways, guys, that's been a video, and I'll see you all later.